These are the top 6 most powerful children that were born to some of our favorite superheroes. Starting off at number 6, we have Kid Loki. Kid Loki is the child god of mischief and takes the 6th place due to the fact that although he is slightly weaker, still retains the majority of Loki's power, such as his Asgardian physiology and his iconic sorcery and illusions. Kid Loki has been able to fight back against an echo of his older self and turn it into a bird in addition to releasing the Destroyer and riding on its shoulders. Number 5, Quentin Quire. Quentin Quire, or Kid Omega, is an Omega-level telepath with deep and subtle influence over the minds of other people. As an Omega-level mutant and a child, he was already capable of hosting the Phoenix Force and was sought after by the Phoenix Force to be one of its hosts. Described as being a prized student of Professor Xavier's, he is even able to resurrect his love using the power of the Phoenix Force. Quentin once fought with Thor against the Phoenix Force and even became a god to the Shi'ar after absorbing some of its power. Number 4, America Chavez. America Chavez deserves her spot on this list for her speed alone, being able to travel at the speed of light. Her strength rivals that of Loki, an Asgardian god, and she is basically indestructible. Her most iconic power is the creation of star portals, which allow her to time travel and travel interdimensionally. She has battled and held her own against the likes of Tiboro, Spectrum, and even the Celestial Destructor alongside her team, the Ultimates. Therefore, she deserves her spot as number 4 on this list. Number 3, Hope Summers. Hope Summers, or known among mutants as the Mutant Messiah, deserves the number 3 spot on this list. Her powers allow her to not only mimic other mutant abilities but also to bring out the best in those abilities, allowing her to use them to their full potential. Her birth alone sent shockwaves through the world and broke the mutant finding machine. Her destiny was to become the host of the Phoenix Force to either save the mutant race or destroy the world. Like many of the members of the Grey/Summers family, the Phoenix Force seeks to use her as its host. She is able to defeat, with the help of Scarlet Witch, a Dark Phoenix Cyclops who was fighting off the X-Men and the Avengers. She lived up to her name as the Mutant Messiah when she used the Phoenix Force to undo the events of M-Day. Number 2, Nate Gray. Yet another Summers made this list. Nate Gray, or X-Man, is a beyond Omega-level mutant that is considered to be the highest psionic in all realities. His reality warping abilities are nearly unmatched, making him one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. His powers even evolved to a point where he is no longer human but a pure psionic entity able to rebuild a body for himself if needed. With his powers, he was able to defeat the X-Men and Legion, who himself is considered to be a god mutant. He was able to just wipe them out with a thought. He definitely deserves his spot on this list because his powers make him a literal god. In my opinion, number 1 and number 2 on this list are pretty close and could go either way. Number 1, Franklin Richards. Franklin Richards takes the number 1 spot, and I don't think anyone could argue against this. Even as a child, he demonstrated why he should be number 1, creating universes after he was put to sleep for fun. Not even knowing the full extent or having full control over his abilities, he was already reality warping to that degree. That's not even the crazy part, because as an adult, he was able to make Galactus his herald. One of the oldest Celestials was made to be his herald, and he literally rode Galactus into battle, being able to go toe-to-toe against other Celestials as an adult. Drop your comments on who you believe should be number 1, or if you have your own order.